Were the Russian data miners correct? Are the kits for Cloak and Dagger super overpowered as part of this new Warriors team? Are they going to be the solution to Doom? That's what we're talking about in this video. We have their kits, we have some gameplay, and everything else, guys. And if you're ready for it, find that like button. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Valley Maniacs, it is patch day. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am ValleyFlyin, and yes, it is patch day. We're getting some characters. We're getting some new characters. Deathpool probably coming out today, and we're getting some characters to finish out this new Warriors team throughout this patch. Cloak, Dagger, we're specifically talking about them in this video. And if it's your first time here, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know as soon as a new video is uploaded. But let's just get right into it, guys. And we got a lot of footage to review, so let's start. Cloak, here is his kit. Here's his character model. Let's fast forward and let's take a look at his passive first. Dark Force Conduit, and there you can see what the T2 or the T4 does. All right, so what does this actually, the T4, it gives him 20% focus for self and Mystic Hero allies, which is good because that affects the entire team, especially if you're in a Doom raids where you're having only Mystic allies, so that is good. It's only going to affect Mystic Hero allies, so Silver Surfer, if you're bringing him in, cool. If you're bringing Doom, not really useful. I guess Adam Warlock would be on there as well because he is a Mystic Hero. If you did unlock him, right? 10% additional dodge chance when this character has offense up. So decent T4. I think because it affects the entire team, I'm going to do this. But let's read what the entire T4 does. See how accurate those Russian data mines were. At the end of this character's turn, 50% chance to steal 5% health from the most injured enemy and all adjacent enemies and redistribute to himself. That is a very strong move. It goes up a little more. If Dagger is an ally, always steal 5% health from the most injured ally, most injured enemy, and all adjacent enemies redistribute to self and all allies, which is very strong. So yeah, they're a very, very strong pair. And in raids, when an enemy has offense down, reduce the speed bar of that enemy by 15%. Now, I'm not sure if that is the speed bar like it says here, or if that is the speed. I'm gonna say speed bar because that's what it says here, but who knows how it's gonna work when it actually is in the game. All right, 40% focus. If Dagger is an ally, gain an additional 30% focus. So very, very good for someone trying to control the field. Focus is a very important stat. Mystic Heroes allies also gain 40% focus, so a little more value for Silver Surfer on this team, a little more value if you have Adam Warlock. The other standard characters in the Mystic section, Hela is not a hero, Thanos, Ebony Maw, and then Doom are not heroes, so they're not going to get this, but everyone else on this team, especially these new warriors, they're all heroes, will get this stuff. 20% dodge chance if Dagger is an ally, gain an additional 10% dodge chance, and in raids also gain 15% damage. New warrior allies gain 15% damage as well, and when he has offense up, 20% additional dodge chance. So yeah, he's gonna keep himself alive as a controller by a lot of dodge. So pretty decent stats. All right, his ultimate is Shadow Assault. It is a 5 out of 5, so 5-turn cooldown. You're starting with full energy, and a T4, it reads 50% damage to all enemies, which for me is a baseline for an AoE attack for a T4. If Dagger is an ally, it goes up to 60% piercing, which when Dagger is an ally, 60% piercing is a lot better than just 50% damage. So possibly worth it if you're really building out this team. If you're really struggling on the Mystic section and need that little extra damage, you might want to wait on this, test out how your Dagger is actually doing before you put this T4 in, but it will give him a lot extra damage. All right, what the skill actually does though, attacking all enemies, 280% damage, 3 random negative effects from this list: blind, defense down, disrupted, offense slow. Pretty accurate, I would say, with those Russian data mines. Plus 1 vulnerable, so maximum of 5 to all enemies. And if Dagger is an ally, additionally attack all enemies for 380% piercing, plus 1 offense down for a maximum of 5 to all enemies. Now, what this is going to do, because he's giving an extra vulnerable, we discussed this with the devs on a conference call, and they said that at the most that a character could put on a time is 2. So if we go into the game right now and take a look at the class of skirmisher does, all the way at the bottom. If we go here, on a primary hit, applying 2 vulnerable, gain 50% focus for this attack. So initially, I think Skirmisher may be a good class. That way you're getting 2 vulnerables on the target at a time. You're gonna get a maximum of 5, like it says here. But if you're only be able to put 2 stacks of vulnerable on a target at a single time, then you're not going to get 3 like it would indicate here. So Skirmisher may not be the best ISO 8 class once you get the blue, although at green I would see the value in Skirmisher. But just if those ions are so limited, you may want to start off with another class, keeping that in mind. But as it says here, maximum of 5 to all enemies, and we'll see how it actually works in the game though. If Dagger is an ally, that is what we were told, and yes, we'll see. If Dagger is an ally, attacking all enemies, 380% piercing, which is better, and then offense down +1 to a maximum of 5 to all enemies, which is a good skill. It helps with the control, helps to not let the enemies do as much damage, helps to keep the rest of your team alive. So doing his job as a controller pretty good. All right, his special, Umbral Embrance, the T4 gives him 100% damage to the primary target. You're getting a slow, defense down, offense down for 2 turns, 3-turn cooldown. So this is very, very strong. And what the skill does in its entirety, you're going to clear all positive effects from the primary target. You're going to attack the primary target for 300% damage. You're going to apply slow for 2 turns. You're going to apply defense down for 2 turns, offense down for 2 turns. You're doing this every 3 turns. This is a very, very strong skill, guys. I like this skill. I like this skill a lot. It's only one target, but that target is getting really screwed up. Slow, defense down, offense down, and then gaining assist. Plus 50% damage from a random dagger ally. I'm not sure what the random dagger ally means. I meant maybe if it's a clone or something like that. But as far as I know, other than some weird situations in raids or cloning, there's only one dagger in the game. All right, let's move on though to the basic, and this is Into the Darkness. The T4, 60% damage to the primary target. Doesn't seem that it's that is that great of a T4, which I think is a good thing because it doesn't seem like he's that T4 intensive of a character, right? But you're gonna apply assist now to a dagger ally. So I hope Dagger has some really good damage stats because she's getting a lot of assists here. The primary target, 300% damage is getting and applying offense down. So doing good, decent job as a controller, getting that offense down, letting the enemies do a little less damage. And as far as stats, Cloak has very, very good stats. If we look at what the dev notes say here, it says his defining attributes is his high focus or hit points, and he has high focus and resistance. These are further enhanced by his passive, the focus bonus, and then the passive from Dagger, which we're going to see in a little bit. So very, very strong as far as the stats here. This is a controller that debuffs enemies on each ability, keeping the enemy team weighted down with negative effects is what the dev notes also say. And he also says if Sensley gets 2 attacks each turn, whenever this ability is used, he follows up with a health steal on the most injured most injured enemy and the adjacent ally. So yeah, his passive gives him a couple turns. Now, the question that we finally got answers to, what are these characters' uniques? And we're going to find this out on msf.gg when this update drops. But if you want to start prepping now for Dagger, we have a screenshot here that his mini unique is Miasma. So that is what you got to start saving if you want to build up Dagger. But let's move on to his partner in crime. Let's go with, all right, excuse me, I keep forgetting the names. That was Cloak. Now we're looking at Dagger. I probably screwed that up. And the devs are recommending ISO 8 Skirmisher for Cloak, which, like I said, at the green level, I think is the proper choice. But once you start getting to that blue level, you're kind of wasting that extra vulnerable. It still may be the ISO 8 of choice, but yes, just know that only 2 at a time for vulnerable. All right, we look at her tags: hero, mystic, city, support, new warrior. So support character should be doing a lot of healing, keeping the team alive, and it supposedly she has a lot of damage here. Let's go take a look at her skills and see what she has. All right, her passive, light force generation. Now as we see the T4 for this passive here, on spawn 3 regeneration for 2 turns to self and hero mystic allies. Before that, it looks like it's 2 regenerations, and so you're getting extra regeneration there. 20% extra resistance for self and all hero mystic allies. Off the top of my head, I can't remember how many debuffs there are in Doom, the Doom raids on the Mystic section. So this may or may not be a very important passive, depending on the amount of debuffs and the enemies. But what does this skill do in its entirety? Well, let's go back. On spawn, there we go. On spawn, 3 regeneration for 2 turns for herself and all hero Mystic allies. So that's good. Giving them that survivability, giving them that healing. So her health is going to be important. Red stars will be important for her because the health is based, or her healing is based on her health. All right, what else does it do? On turn, you're going to apply offense up to self and adjacent allies. So the placement of Dagger is going to matter. You probably want her placed between your 2 highest damage characters. 50% chance to gain evade, which is good. If Cloak is an ally, always gaining evade. So she's going to be a little hard to kill. Every turn she's gaining evade, so you're gonna have to have like a Gamora triple tap or something to be able to do that damage to her. 50% resistance is Cloak as an ally, gaining 30% extra resistance, and Mystic Hero allies gaining 50% resistance. So that's a very good passive there. She's gonna be a very good ally on the team because of that resistance. And then in raids, 15% damage. New warrior allies gain 15% damage. So Death Pool. Already a lot of damage on that character, and they're getting even more from both the passives of Cloak and Dagger. A lot of high damage. All right, the ultimate Sison attitude. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, let me know in the comments though. The T4, 60% piercing to all enemies. If Cloak is an ally, 50% damage to all enemies. Oh, plus 50. All right, it's like that seems a little less. All right, if it's a plus 50 to all enemies, so that's a decent T4. I kind of like this one. You're not going to be able to use this on turn 1, so keep that in mind. It does diminish the value of that T4 a little bit. But what does this do? Well, you're going to attack all enemies for 380% piercing. You're going to apply 1 offense down up to a maximum of 5 to all enemies. That is a nice strong move. Yes, the damage, and you control the enemies, so I like this. If Cloak's an ally, additionally, you're going to attack all enemies for 280% damage. So I guess it's the 380 plus the 280. Is that? I think that's how it's going to work. We will have to see when it goes into the game, though. What else? Applying 3 negative effects from this list: blind, defense down, disrupted, offense down, slow. You're getting an additional vulnerable up to a maximum of 5 for all enemies, so they get a lot of vulnerables on the field. This is that ISO 8 vulnerable, so skirmisher may be a good thing for her. Raider may be a good one for her. As far as what the devs are recommending, they actually like healer because of her healing. Obviously, yeah, she is a healer. She's a support character. But they also like striker on her because of her piercing damage and her basic. So we're going to take a look at her basic in a little bit. But this is strong. This is strong ultimate here. This is her special. Long cooldown on this special. So it looks like you're going to be using a lot of basics for Cloak here, or Dagger. I keep getting their names confused, but all right. So what does T4 do? 60% piercing plus 60% piercing primary and secondary targets, clearing all positive effects off the primary target. And it looks like before you have this T4, it looks like it's 3 positive effects right here, and you're going to chain to 4 additional targets. So I like this T4. I like what it does. My only reservation is this long cooldown. So you may be using this once per match, but it isn't a raid, so you can try to stack this a little more. All right, attacking the primary target, 320% piercing, clearing all positive effects. That seems very strong. Clearing chaining 4 adjacent targets, 290% damage, piercing damage, strong. Crit, 3 random, clear 3 random negative effects if you crit. Heal block, clearing that from Mystic Hero allies, healing all allies for 20% of this character's max health. So again, her stats are going to matter on this heal, and it does make sense. So I guess you could build her different ways. If you're needing more survivability, healer would be a good class. If you're needing more vulnerables, I guess you could go a little out of the box and go raider, maybe skirmisher. But I think what I'm going to do as my initial test on her will be on that striker class there. All right, and then we take a look at her basic here. The T4, 50% piercing to the primary target, applying 2 regeneration to the 2 most injured allies or self, and that looks like it's instead of one injured ally, you're gonna get 2 injured allies on that basic. So you're getting a regeneration on that basic here. We're gonna have to look at see what that counter and assist is, if she's actually getting that regeneration when she does the assist, because if you're doing that as a striker, I might skip that healer altogether, even down the road. But we'll have to see when this kit comes out fully on ms.gg, see what the assist and the counter actually does. But the skill in its entirety, what is it going to do? Attacking the primary target, 250% piercing, 2 bleeds, 2 regeneration, 2 the most injured ally or self. So this is a decent basic. You're getting this healing on the basic. Yes, it's a regeneration, so you're going to have to take a turn for the heal to actually proc, but yeah, you're getting healing. Applying assist now to 2 random cloak ally. The A was missing there, so got confused there. But yeah, so it looks like they're assisting each other on their basics, which is good. And as we take a look at Dagger, she uses the mini unique of the superior Tesseract energy. I guess we're gonna find out in just a little bit what the superior unique or the mini unique for Deathpool is and what the mini unique for Shang-Chi is. They're usually data mined pretty quickly on the msf.gg site. Now, I think Deathpool, probably, my prediction, probably similar to what Deadpool uses, and Shang-Chi, probably similar to what Iron Fist uses. Those are my predictions, though, but we will find out the answer in just a little bit. And as we let this roll, we can see her stats, very high health, but she is known for her hit points, her damage. She has a pretty good damage right there. Her focus is pretty good, but yeah, high health and high damage and high focus as well is what Dagger is going to use. Now, she's a support character. You're going to bring her in for the healing, but she also has that damage like we talked about. So you get this healing and from Dagger with some damage. You have the control from Cloak, and then you have some big damage from Deathpool. So even as a 3-piece, this team looks to be very, very strong. But let's take a look at this team in battle, guys. We have the footage. Now, normally with this footage, there's no Stark Tech in the stats. In these character screens, there is a Stark Tech applied, and I've obviously no ISO 8, but everything should be here. Level 80, there's 7 gold stars, 4 red, all that stuff should apply for this raid footage, guys. All right, and here we are in Doom 1.0, not 1.1. Hopefully this footage showcases the team a little better than that Secret Avengers did, because honestly, the footage that we got sent for Secret Avengers, very disappointing. It was not better than what we had. And this is Doom 1.0 with an almost 700k team. I mean, what Mystic team can't walk through this node with power that great? But yes, let's see how these guys do, how this is played, see their interactions. But again, this is Doom 1.0. This is not 1.1. So all right, so first move. Normally, I use this opening move for Silver Surfer on Squirrel Girl so that she can't remove all of the debuffs on the team. Let's see how this plays out. Use it on Doom there. Can they get to removing some speed bar or just killing Squirrel Girl before she goes and removes all this? Gets her, I think it's her special that removes that, not her ultimate. But all right, are we gonna get an instant death here? We have a big move there. It has a big crit hit. And it does not look like we had the instant death. It looks like there's full charges here. I'm not sure if the special is or the ultimate is being saved there. Squirrel Girl still has about a little over half of our turn meter. Still has the ability to remove all of these negative effects, especially that ability block on Doom. But she dies. She is dead. All right, it looks like Doom has a turn now on their team, and we getting the ultimate going. Will the big AoE attack go? Use the basic, and is it gonna be another basic on Carnage? And what is gonna happen? Is the AoE gonna be used? No, it looks like a basic on Electro. What's gonna happen? Are we gonna see that instant death from Deathpool? No, the charges are still there. Are we gonna see it now? Are we gonna see the ultimate or the special? Deathpool, no, it is another basic, and Doom going down very low. The turn meter is about halfway, but yes, dead. All right, next wave coming. There it is. There they are. All right. This normally on this wave, I go after Invisible Woman because she could clear debuffs. She has a barrier that she can apply to all of her allies on the field, which just makes the node a little slower, harder to one-shot. So normally I'm going after Invisible Woman here. Does Doom use the AoE? He does at this point. A lot of Doom bots on the field, giving Vulture into red, Invisible Woman into the yellow. But can they get, now she's about halfway, a little over halfway of her turn meter. Can they get to her before she starts to put barrier on everybody? And we see some nice health there. We see him taking some hits. Of course, this is a very strong team, so I don't know what this actually is showcasing there. We have a big stun attack there. And are we going to get an AoE attack? Is he going to use the ultimate or the basic? I'm not sure what that was. It went a little quick, but yeah, there goes Invisible Woman. An important thing there. Invisible Woman's gone. Lots of attacks on who was that? I think that was Venom that whiffs. And a big threat right now is Squirrel Girl, because she can remove all of these debuffs on the enemies. There goes Ghost Rider, so no more counterattacks as soon as we kill everybody. We're seeing the ultimate. I believe this is the ultimate, taking out another enemy there. Doom, yes, use the basic so we can get more showcase of these new warriors there. Basic, there we go, basic. And let's see more new warriors. Can we get the ultimate of Deathpool on Squirrel Girls just to see how much damage it's gonna do? We got another big attack there. All right, Deathpool, are we gonna see the ultimate? Are we gonna see these charges removed? And no, not yet. The charges are still there. There's the basic from Squirrel Girl. A lot of health surviving. And you get the finishing shot from Dagger. All right, and that was a team, guys. Let me know your thoughts on them. Were you impressed by this team? Did they impress you? I think their kits on paper are a little more impressive than the footage that we got sent, because honestly, I was not impressed by the Secret Avengers footage. I don't know how impressive the footage is here. I do like what they do in their kits, and I think what more important is not the gameplay. This is kind of weird testing that we saw with the footage, but what they have in their kits. So, do your kits impress you? Is this going to be your new Mystic team that you're building for Doom, for that ultimate prize of Dark Dimension 5 and getting Dormammu? Because you need to get into Doom 2 to get a teal gear, so get in Dark Dimension 5 to ultimately unlock Dormammu. So is this going to help with the prize? I think this will. This will solve some issues in Doom 1.1, and I think this is going to be the team to use in Doom 1.2, which is coming sometime. So thank you guys. Let me know your thoughts on these two new characters, the Cloak Dagger. Let me know your thoughts on this entire new Warriors team with Deadpool. She should be coming out tonight as far as her offer, and building her up, and hopefully we could get more gameplay with that instant death that she unlocks. That is it, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Give me that Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out.